And after about 10 videos, we finally have a gameplay video for my channel. And now, obviously it's not much because I'm just standing in my estate, but it's a start. Kick. Okay, well, there's no one at my estate, so I'm not going to kick any unfamiliar tunes. But today, I want to take the time to go over in depth the buffs that have been made to some of the original cogs, excluding the tech bots. Because in my previous video, I mentioned some of the buffs, but I don't think I covered all of them, and I wasn't looking at anything that would tell me how they've been buffed. So I want to take this time to actually show you guys how exactly the original cogs have been buffed. Alright, so first off, we have the big cheese, and see, this is cool. You can hover your mouse over a cog, and you'll see their stats and whatnot. And we have the big cheese. If you look under group attacks, you will see that they now have power trip, and it says that the most damage they can do is 18, but that's just the lowest damage it does. You know how big cheeses are, where a lot of their damage, a lot of their attacks just vary in damage, like Clower Power. Wait, is that? Okay, so interesting. As you can see, their attack, I don't know if it's pronounced Clower Power or Clower Power, but it's definitely gone. The big cheeses do not have that attack anymore. So I guess that was replaced with Cigar Smoke and Tee Off. So interesting note right there. That attack is gone from big cheeses, but they do have Power Trip, does between 18 to 22 damage, which will make the CEO a lot tougher. And what will also make the CEO a lot tougher is the corporate raiders also have power trip, which will also make things interesting. Now, their power trip, as you can see, isn't very strong if you compare it to other cogs in the game, but if you have more than one corporate raider on the field and they all use power trip, then the damage adds up a lot. Just having a group attack that does double-digit damage is definitely important for the cogs. And I don't think they have any new single attacks. I think all of these attacks from all their regular attacks they had in the old game. So no change there, and I don't think anyone else has been changed except we have downsizers. They look different, but I don't think they have any new attacks or whatnot, and the lower cogs have not been changed. Big wigs, oh, how awkward. Big wigs don't have anything new. Nothing new. No damage buffs or anything. Legal Legals, they have power trip. Like the Raiders, their power trip doesn't do much damage, but a group attack is a group attack. Especially if it does double digit damage, so it's still really dangerous. I don't think the CJ will be that much harder though, because bigwigs have always had group attacks and it's quite weak. And spin doctors have always had group attacks, but they're not the strongest. And the CJ, the cog round, is quite short. I think it's the second shortest next to the VP. So I don't think it'll be a big deal, but a huge deal. But this is still something to keep in mind, that Legal Legals have been buffed significantly. Robber Barons, they haven't been buffed. They did get Cigar Smoke, and I don't remember if Tee Off did 20 damage or if it does 18 damage in the original game, but I really feel like it did 20. So that move might have been nerfed slightly, but they also did get Cigar Smoke, which does 20 damage, so that's something to note. Then we have Loan Sharks. They now have Paradigm Shift, so keep that in mind. Again, it's not the strongest Paradigm Shift. It does 8. The most they can do is 18 damage at level 11. It's nothing. It's obviously nothing to sneeze at, but they're no Minglers. But if you get a row of Sharks and Barons, then you could be in for some pain, depending on how often they're set to use Paradigm Shift. And of course, they still have Chomp. So the combination of having Paradigm Shift and Chomp, the Loan Sharks have definitely become more dangerous, and I think the CFO has become slightly more dangerous as a boss. Everything else has stayed the same. Mr. Hollywood's, they just have one more attack. They have Song and Dance, which does 21 damage, so it's a better group attack. That's a better regular attack than Razzle Dazzle, which does 20 damage. But like I said in my previous video, I do feel like this might be a slight nerf to Hollywoods, because this basically means that they're probably going to use Power Trip less than they usually did, and because of that, we will take less group damage. And then we have Minglers. They still have Paradigm Shift, Power Trip. Paradigm Shift is still pretty bonkers. And they also have Cigar Smoke, which I think is kind of a buff, because Cigar Smoke does 20 damage, and their other regular attacks, they were pretty weak for the most part. So I think this will help Minglers out a lot in dispatching tunes. And Two Faces, Shakers are still pretty dangerous. Yep. And that's that. And obviously this isn't a buff, because this cog is not an original cog from the game, but I just want you guys to look at this. Just really take in the group attack section. They have one that does 21 damage, one that does 22 damage, one that does 24 damage, and one that does 20 damage. And then their one regular attack, out of their 5 moves, they only have one attack that targets one tune, and it does 22 damage. So they can do at least 20 damage. And most of the time, they will be attacking everybody, and they will be attacking first. So I'm not exaggerating when I say root users are probably, bar none, the strongest cogs in the game. I don't think it's a contest as of now, because of the fact that they have this many hard-hitting group attacks, and they attack first. So tech bots and root users, and specifically, they're nothing to mess with. And apparently this is supposed to be an installer wizard, but I haven't fought one yet. And then we have the software. Is this a software simian? Yeah, software simian. And if you look at its group attacks, it also has 2 group attacks that do 20 and 21 damage. And for a level 10 cog, that's pretty strong. So we definitely need to be very weary of them. And we have Keyboard Cowboys, which they also have group attacks that do 13 and 14 damage. And then these guys are pretty weak, but they do have synergy, which is 9, and then they don't have any group attacks. But definitely, I'm pretty sure one of these is a debugger. I know I fought a debugger. I wonder if there's a glitch, because I know I fought this cog before, so I wonder if it just didn't get counted for some reason. But the installer wizard, I know I haven't fought yet. So if someone in the comments can give me some information on the installer wizard and what its attacks are like and how much damage it does, that'd be nice. But other than that, that's basically all the cog buffs. And then again, this looks different. The Spin Doctor looks different. I think it looks awful. I don't know why they changed the downsizer. And okay, maybe the downsizer I can understand, because now it doesn't look like now it doesn't look like a bean counter. And maybe this, because now it doesn't look like a telemarketer, but I'm not sure. I feel like it was unnecessary. And these are my gags. They are okay right now. And I plan to throw. Okay, my birthday cake just became organic. That's nice. And let's see if my friend here has. See, you can see that he has organic galore. You can see how much damage his gags do, so that's convenient. And here's the statistics page. So that's pretty cool. And where's the badges? Yeah, I don't remember where you find the badges. Sorry guys, I'm struggling right now, but yeah. I don't remember where you find the badges. But anyway, that's it for me. I just wanted to go over the cog buffs that have been made to the game. Wow, that was weird. My eye was white for a second. But other than that, that's it for me, guys. I will see you in the next one.